Alright, let's see if this works. First Zoom call. Yeah.
What is up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, got a Zoom Ninja chat with Orange Ninja all the way from Brisbane, Australia, and Alvin, SG Ninja Warrior from Singapore. If you liked the video, give it a good early thumbs up. Alright, let's check it out.
Alright, this should be it. Oh, finally. Yo, what is up everybody? Alright, join with computer audio. Yes!
Yes, I can hear you!
Woo!
Dude, you got the mic and everything going!
That's it, bros. How you do it?
Holy moly!
Check it out. Behind the scenes.
Oh!
Going live.
We are recording.
Wait, hang on.
Alvin needs to go do his hair. Yeah, it's recording.
I'm good. I just need to find my cat. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
We recorded, Alvin's gone. Alvin! Come back! Yo, long time no see, man.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, how long has it been? I think maybe a year?
I think state first state, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think.
That was May last year.
You came down to Fighting Lions for training because you were on like a weekend break. I can't remember. It was just like a.
Yeah.
You went to see a conference or something, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, that was last year, like
Yeah.
ages ago.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been too long, man.
You know what, bro?
And I think I haven't seen Alvin in person for like 2 years.
2 years?
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been a long time. Like, cause you go to Melbourne, but you never come to Brisbane, man.
Yeah,
It's
Singapore.
staying.
I guess I've been there twice.
Ooh.
So the first time when I was there, I met up with Adam.
Yep.
Yeah, and the second time was with you and your wife for a meal.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right.
So Krispy, you're saying you're 80 kg now?
Yeah. I think I was having this conversation with Leo the other day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Leo, how much do you weigh?
I don't really check. I think I'm 62, bro.
But like we're like pretty much the same height.
I think you're taller. Yo, Will. Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Is this how Zoom works? That's so good.
man.
I've never Zoomed before. Yo, Will.
So,
Who am I, Will?
So Krispy, let me give you an intro about Will. So William is he lives in Singapore. He represents Malaysia in the SEA Games for OCR.
Cool.
That's so good. Yeah.
So he's one of the strongest ninja in Singapore.
Wow.
Check these guys out.
Dude, like you guys seem like you guys have a strong crew there. Because I follow all of you guys on Instagram. You guys do some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, but the space constraint is it's real. It's too small. It's,
Too small?
It's too small. I mean, the gym compared to a compound and
Yeah.
a crank, it's
Yeah.
like
But you guys seem to still fit a lot in there though, right? Because like you guys have like 2 or 3 lanes. And then you guys have like an upstairs area or something with the salmon ladder and all that stuff.
yeah. So recently the boss Ivan, he took down the 7 ladder. So there will be another one. I think in a few months time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is he also the guy who does like those awesome lock offs? Like he could
Yes.
just unlock off a day? Yeah, man. I was like, damn, like when I grow old, I want to be able to unlock like that.
Yeah, he's my like ninja sensei. We joke about it at the gym.
So, how many people do you have that train together, man?
Currently, like in the community in Singapore,
Yeah.
it's quite random. Sometimes like some like a Spartan enthusiast or like OCR friends will just pop in and train with us.
But do they come back often, or like is there a crew that always come to train, or it's always in and out?
It's just me.
Whoa.
Sassy Alvin,
Holding it down, bro. I like that.
what's that like to train by yourself, man? Like, how do you stay motivated?
Stay motivated. Yeah. So I'm not sure if you know, for like past like 8 years since 2011, since I did like Sasuke Singapore, I've been pretty much training on my own. So I guess the way to stay motivated is to have a goal. It's total victory, right?
That's it. It never ends, bro. It's total victory.
Yes, and watching ninjas that you have not met on TV, on YouTube, achieving them, and watching like others struggle through the course. I guess that's the reason why it kept me going, because we are all in this together.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah. What about you, Leo? Like ever since I've known you, Leo, like you've been, you like quietly chip away and train really hard, but nobody seems to know that you train really hard. So what do you actually do, Leo? Like, what's your week like?
So pretty much, I think I'm always thinking about, my breaking, like where we dance and do not our routines, but we have to build up our like a move list, as in we learn new movements and we just keep perfecting them to make sure we have them in our set of tools. Every day I'm just repeating what I know and I just unlock something new. What I can do every day or keeps me going is, if I have like the tools to keep going, I'll be unstoppable. So if I'm ready to do a course tomorrow, I've already got it down, you know what I mean? So I guess it's just having enough to really go ahead and set yourself up for, I guess, total victory, or you just want to go as far as possible. But back in the day, I didn't have anything, which was awesome. So I just had to keep learning and keep unlocking new things. And then having all this down, you just have to keep progressing, So you have your own style, you have your own training techniques, and you just, I guess, once you have it down, it's like, zone 3, you have it down, you can start teaching people and sharing what you have.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, man. That makes a lot of sense. Especially when, like, every time I train with you again, you seem to have just collected so many moves and skills.
That's it.
So, now, what's the hardest thing you've had to unlock? Like, what's one skill that you're like, man, that took me forever?
Training every day took me a while to unlock, because I used to get injured a lot. I didn't know what a lock-off was. I didn't know how proper mechanics worked. So back then, I couldn't train every day, but now I'm unstoppable.
So you train every day?
But my intensity isn't that high where I'm actually sweating and doing... I get pumped for sure, but I can just... I'll pump it out. You can just get rid of that kind of flash pump. So I'm just used to it. So pretty much you're when you get used to all that time and attention, you want to search for more. You get it? So once you feel the pump, you look forward for the pump for next time. You can't go below the pump. You have to get more than what you've done previous times. Yep.
So like, you wouldn't be like, I'm sweating, but you'll always hit that pump plus a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you always try to kind of push that
each day.
boundary.
Yeah.
So for you to be able to do that every day, what injuries did you get, and how did you unlock the ability to train 7 days a week? Because not everyone I know is able to do that without, like you said, injuring themselves.
You have to make sure you know how to stay limber and mobile. So I actually do a lot of floor work where it's not just pumping out reps. I just do my breaking stuff. So it could be just like flowing and moving and all this. Like when I actually share my videos, I always put at least one dancing clip to make sure I'm all loose. You know how we do hip hop and stuff? That's a reset. So I don't do 100 pull-ups a day. There's no point, because I'll get too restricted. If I do push-ups, my chest can't open up. So I just have to open it up and change it up a bit, So
that's so interesting, man. Like, and I think that's probably why every time I train, we find it so interesting, because that's a very different philosophy from what I have. Yeah. Very, very different.
Yeah. What's yours then? So like, you have rest days, you have...
I'm training 7 days a week now, so I'm kind of like you. Like I've dialed things back a bit to be able to train 7 days a week. But I've got my strength days where I hit the gym hard. Like that's when I practice my one arm pull-ups.
That's huge.
Technique and grip days. So those are the days where I try to unlock new skills. and then burn my arm and grip out. And then I've got my endurance days. So those are the days where I do like light runs or just something that builds endurance, but it's not too taxing. Like it's kind of like a rest day.
Yeah, okay.
So that's kind of how I build it. But what I find the challenge with that is because I'm not always on an obstacle every day. Like I'm on an obstacle, let's say 2 or 3 times a week. It's slower to unlock those skills because in the end, the skill needs time. So when I kind of watch you train, I'm like, okay, cool. That you kind of, I want to say take it easy, but the intensity is less. But then it gives you opportunity to unlock new skills faster.
Yeah.
And reach that burn. So yeah, like I'm happy with the way I can train right now, but I'm always I'm looking at you and I'm looking at a few other people and go, cool, what do I need to change?
Yeah.
And I kind of try 8 week blocks. So I'm training for 8 weeks, and then how near is the closest ninja gym to where you guys are? For me, it's like 15 minutes car drive.
Wow.
I'm there. And how about you, Leo?
40 minutes, bro.
How about you, Alvin?
Less than 10 minutes.
Oh, the winner is Alvin. The winner.
Singapore is so small, man.
So Alvin, like, how often do you train then? Like, what's your training look like?
Coaching and training, like, what's your ratio?
I listen to my body. I don't want to like overpull my tendons or ligaments. So I'll train like what Leo says, through the pump, till you get like the next level. And then it's time to rest.
I'm getting the pump every day, or do you kind of space it out?
So like every session, you want to feel the pump somewhere that you don't really feel it.
Yeah.
And you know that you have grown in some ways. Training. Yeah. Now,
a question for the both of you, like it's about the pump. How do you know if it's the right pump or not? And like, let me give you guys a bit of context to that question, because you can get a pump by doing a quick 10-minute arm burner. Like you could get a really quick pump and really flash it out that way. Or you could also take it easier and slowly build that pump up, let's say over an hour or even 2 hours. How do you guys manage that? Like on some days, do you guys go really hard and just get that pump and then leave, or is there like, how does it work for the both of you?
Go, Alvin. You can answer first.
Okay. So personally, I'm a bit cautious. Get the right pump, but not doing too like exaggerated moves. So if today I just want to build like a fitness, my muscles. So I will not do like crazy laches or like crazy lock-offs. Yeah. Then so what you're trying to say, like how you differentiate like the pump that is like muscular or the pump that is like near to breaking?
Yeah, and like, cause like if you push yourself too hard on one day, you might not be able to train or work on skills the next day. Like, so how do I space that out and know that? Cool, like, cause you can get a pump, but then you can also get an over pump where your arms just become a brick for the next day or so. So how do I stay on top of that?
So for me, I think the most important thing are my hands. Ooh. So keeping the hands flapper free and not too much of a tear at the end of the training. At the same time, and get the right pump.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how about you, Leo?
You know what happened the other day, and the goal for the next day is just to make it look easier. So whatever you do, whatever you experienced in the past, you know what to expect and you know what's going to happen. So you can test out, are you going to clonk out earlier or maintain it, or you get a little bit more. But I've noticed if you have like a 2-day off, 3-day off, 4-day off, you actually lose it. So the main thing is once you get it back on track, you maintain it. And then once you already know you've maintained it, you just go a bit further and you move on to something else. So you just got to keep working your angles, put variation in, and I guess change your environment. That's why I'm always changing my course at home, because everything's a little bit too easy. I don't get that pump anymore, you know?
So you're saying like once you kind of get through your home obstacles and you're like, so like, let's say you might have a course, the first time you do it, it gives you a massive pump.
Yeah. But
then as you train on it, in like a week or 2 time, you don't even feel a pump.
No.
Then you add stuff to it.
And you can warm up on the same thing you did, so you have to move on.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you think
you've got a pretty crazy. Yep.
If you think about the intensity of whatever you do, but if you just wake up and do without a warm up, you've actually got it already. So you need to level up even more.
That's so interesting, man.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, like my training philosophy is different, and like because the way I do it is I go when I train, I go from 0 to like 150%.
Whoa, nice.
Like when I train, I am all in. So I treat everything like if I'm working on a course, like it's like do it as if it's on the show, get it as fast as I can,
Yes,
and try to push my limit as hard as I can.
Yeah.
And then what that means for me though, the next day, usually my arms are too burned. Like if I go rock climbing, I have to take it easy the next day. So it's really interesting to hear you both kind of share a similar philosophy, and obviously it's working for the both of you. So that's very interesting. Now you both have traveled and competed in different places. I'm really keen to hear. I'm really keen to hear that. What have you observed is different between different countries? Or like, what are some of the things you took away from each country?
Go, Alvin. You're more experienced, but yeah.
Yeah. So okay, personally, I've competed from like Australia, the US. So I've competed in Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia. I've been to ninja gyms all over Australia and most part of US. I think the only thing that's different is the culture.
Yes.
The community culture. Like in Vietnam, they're all focused on stage 3 obstacles with fingers and crazy lashes. Maybe in like some developing ninja community where they're not that finger strong or arm strong. They move on agility and like speed on their legs, using their leg. Like example, I personally feel that when I go to Hong Kong and visit Jackie at his gym, because the ceiling height is low, so everything all the moves that they throw in the gym, they are smaller. They are like short range moves. Unlike like Leo training on and you at Crank. That's my observation. So I guess at the end of the day is your environment, the physical environment.
Wow. What's Singapore like then? Like, how would you describe Singapore?
Singapore. Okay. How I felt like in comparison to my training and my experience at NNL this year in North Carolina. So in Singapore, the gym Ninja SG is quite tight and narrow. So if I don't make the obstacles a lot harder for myself, which is harder than like for everyone else in Singapore, I wouldn't even be close to the difficulty at NNL.
Gotcha. How about you, Leo? Like, what have you observed going to different countries and training and competing too?
Let's see. I think like some ninjas around the world, they're really good at doing things first go, and I'm pretty sure when I was at the US, they go full send straight away. Those guys just go full send.
Really?
And in NNL, I guess they were the best, but they still stuffed up because Drew made the course too hard. But some countries just go, and some states, some guys just go all out. You know, like they have no nothing's gonna go bad because they're going full send and they've got it. They've really nailed it down. You know, some people don't want to actually try things because it's a little bit out of their comfort zone, but some states and countries, they go all out, maybe because it's just experience and their gyms are very adaptable, changeable. So yeah, some people hold back, some people don't.
How would you explain it, like the culture and the training in Victoria then?
We're the best friends. Everyone's really good at teaching each other, and I think everyone's a bit more natural, maybe because it's gymnastics or gymnastics takes over, I reckon, in Victoria. Yeah.
Gotcha. Because I've only trained in the UK a few times.
Sick.
And in Hong Kong as well with Jackie once. And what I found with Jackie, like their crew, because of the size, they make really hard arm burning obstacles.
Ooh, nice.
So they don't pull like the big moves, like go like 5 meter lashes, but they will lock off for days because they will just take the obstacles nice and slow and just really get that burn. What I found different between Australia and the UK was I was surprised in the UK the community isn't as I guess there's not as many numbers from what I experienced in the UK compared to, let's say, in Australia.
Yeah.
Like in Australia, we have got, let's say, a group of 10 to 20 people that consistently train week on week with each other. Whereas when I got it into UK, I was like a handful here and there. But with those guys, what I found with the one or two I'm trained with, like they were all extremely good. So they didn't have the numbers, but the quality was so high. Like they were all just so good. And in Brisbane, what I would say is like what Adam Chapman and I are trying to build in Crank is we want a very all-rounded crew. So we constantly change the rig. There are weeks where we just focus on speed. So everybody's just on pumping speed. And then there are weeks where we focus on stage 3 stuff. And we try to change it up to kind of keep everyone on their toes. Because it's like what you said, Leo, like that. If we keep doing one thing, we'll get good at it. But if we want to go full send the first time, we have to get good at it. Because I think that's the epitome. Well, not the epitome, but for me, that's the next level. To just go see it run and go, I haven't done 5 of these dumb obstacles, but effort, I am going full send. When you guys are on the show, what was the most memorable moment for you guys? Because you've both been on the big stage. Alvin, you've been on the big stage quite a few times now. What's the most memorable thing for you guys?
For me personally, when I compete, let's say stage 1, like everywhere I go, I'll put my Singapore flag in my pocket.
That's an Alvin trademark.
Yeah, it's my trademark. I just want to get to the buzzer and then bring the flag out. So that's always a memorable moment, like looking at everyone from the buzzer and flying the flag high. Yeah.
Nice, bro. Represent.
How about you, Leo?
I think when I'm in the zone and I'm actually just going for it, like feels like I'm meant to be here. So I can remember, man, this is my moment, you know, whatever happens, and I'll just take it all in. And I guess just gotta like show what I got, just like doing a, you know, breaking performance. But this is what we're meant to be doing, you know, this is your moment, I guess, you know, like your destiny. But it's just, it just feels like, man, this is right, you know, depending what year it is, like that year. But once it kicks in, you've got it, you know.
Leo, just on that note, like saying all that, were you nervous at the same time?
No, because I prepared, I guess, 3 years to get to this point for my first season 3. So I'm just enjoying the ride until the next, you know. I'm in it for the long game, fellas. So that's it.
No, well, I'm kind of in the back of my planning that this is not my peak yet.
Yes.
My peak's like still 2-3 years away.
Oh, nice.
So many things to work on.
Yes.
It's still 2-3 years away. But Leo, like my memorable moment is very similar to yours. Like I thought I was going to be nervous. I thought I was going to be scared. I thought I was going to freak out. But the moment I stepped onto that stage, there was just this calm. And like, it was just calm. And I was just like, life is great. I'm like, whatever happens. This is my moment. I worked so hard for it. Like the early mornings, the pain, all the injuries. I'm just like, for the next minute or so, that's everything that really matters. So I share the same thing, I guess, with you, Leo, in that sense. Now, if we flip it the other way, though, like, what's one regret or one thing that you guys look back and like, man, I wish I could have changed that? I like Alvin's face, like he just went.
Because I was thinking of National Ninja League this year, stage 1. So I fell at the curve steps, and that's the thing that I wish I could have changed, because that's like the. I guess I underestimated the obstacle, because from the last step up to the rope, before the rope came before the I would say the dipper, double dipper. In the arena, there was a curved steps. So the second last step and the last step was like quite a huge difference, and I misjudged it. So I think it's one of my biggest regrets in the Ninja Warrior competition, that I underestimated, like, because I overthink. For a moment, I overthink.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on Instagram. Like you posted, it's about it, and I remember when I read the text, I was like, man, like he must be so gutted right now. Because even through your post, I could feel your pain. Because when you watch the rest of your run, like you were quite smooth and like you were doing well and you were confident. And then when that happened, you could see on film how disappointed you were.
Yeah. Yes, I was like close to crying.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so that's the one of the biggest regrets. Yeah.
How about you, Leo? What's yours?
Let's see, no regrets, but it's just I think what I could have done better. I remember when I was in the semi-final, stage 2, season 3. I think my body was full send, like full on fire mode, and my brain went too quick for my body. So when I planned the whole course in my head, I probably went a little bit too fast and had too much going on because I actually overtrained and prepared overly for the course. I probably was overconfident as well, and things didn't go to plan.
So where did you fall in the semi-finals?
So the salmon ladder was after the warp wall, so that was the seventh obstacle, and I already had everything dialed down with the end half of the course. I've already got the salmon ladder, I got this and that, but my brain went too quick for my body, and I actually just wasn't aware and controlled my energy. That's what it was. So I just did the salmon ladder. I went up, but my body actually went below the salmon ladder. So I was holding the bar, I went on, and then I bounced off the bar.
Oh.
I didn't get wet because I was holding on the bar still, so I just got
I gotcha.
Yeah, slight misjudgment or something.
Sounds like good lesson that you learned though. Like
it's never happening again.
Not gonna make the, I was like, you're not gonna make the same mistake again.
That's it, Alvin. Never happening again, bro.
For me, it's what ended my season 2 journey was the rolling log.
Ooh.
So it was an obstacle that, and like I even had the easier one where there was a mushroom.
Yeah.
So it was like half and then to the mushroom. So you could literally just dive to the mushroom. But I remember when I fell, I knew instantly
Yes.
that it wasn't anything to do with skill, but my mind freaked out. Like it kept playing on me the whole night, and then it won because in my mind I kept seeing myself falling on the obstacle. So that was very frustrating for me because the rest of the course I looked at it and went piece of cake.
Yeah.
But in my heats, Leo, I didn't finish the course because I got overconfident.
That's it.
Like,
I saw you.
In my mind, I thought I won already.
Yes.
I was like, this is done deal. But I was still halfway through the course. So I definitely know what you mean. Now, I've got one last question for the both of you. If you could go back in time, so when you first started, and give yourself one piece of advice, what would that be? So you could time travel to, let's say, the Alvin who was about to do the course in Sasuke, Singapore. Leo, when you first saw the TV show and you're like, I think I can do this, what would you say to yourself?
You can do this. Don't think, just do. Even though I had zero skills, but you just build it up eventually.
Put in the work, go to the gym. That's it.
Dude, I agree with that so much. Alvin?
I think, yeah.
I would tell myself, neglect everything else, just earn enough to get by and go on and train. And
So
be a great champion in less than 5 years' time.
nice. So just tell yourself to just go all in from the start. From day one, just go all in.
From myself on the stage in Sasuke, Singapore, back in 2011.
Yeah.
I'll go back there and tell the guy that, what's ahead of you in 5 years' time would be amazing if you just train hard. You get there.
Yeah, I think I would say something very similar to the both of you, but like I think I will go back to me on the couch who saw that and went, man, life is gonna suck for a while because you're gonna suck at this, but it'll be worth it. So I remember the first 6 months I was so bad, And I remember how tough that time was, because I'm not used to being bad at something, but I would tell myself, you know what, I just it's okay, part of the process.
That's it.
Yeah, for the process.
Part of the effing process. So long.
And just do you guys remember when we first kind of I guess met each other, like when and where, and then what did you guys think of the other ninja as in their potential? Like I remember what Alvin said, but I've never forgotten that. But what do you reckon?
So what did Alvin say?
No, but remember what you met? Huh?
Yeah, I remember what I told you. Yeah, when you fell the pegboard.
Doesn't matter about the pegboard, but you already knew that something was deep down inside. Remember? Yeah. And I met Krispy in Sydney that time. I was like, man, this guy's got that basketball style. He's the man, I reckon I can get along with him.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. I was like, hey, that guy's really cool. Like, when I first met him, I'm like, hey, there's another Asian here. So that was my first one. There's another Asian here. And then I talked to him. I'm like, this guy is such a legend. And then I think we just got along really well. Like, with Alvin, when I met Alvin, I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, like I finally get to meet like the guy from Singapore. He's done so I didn't know what questions to ask because I had so many. I had so many questions and I just kind of freaked out and didn't ask any. And then when I started to train with Alvin and when I started to learn more from Alvin, I was like, cool, like he's done the hard work and this is where he is. Now I just need to walk the same path. And Leo, I remember the second time I caught up with you in Victoria. Like the biggest thing I still say that I learned from you is how different the way you train from me, and it keeps me thinking. It always keeps me cool. Like Leo's doing it completely different way, but it's working. What can I learn from that? Constantly.
Yeah, I still remember the first time I met Leo. So he's the I guess you were like the only two Asian at the NCL 2018.
Yeah.
2018. Yeah, like you and Amos. And I was like, Amos looks so intimidating. I'm not gonna talk to that guy. So I ended up talking to Leo instead.
Yeah.
And Leo was like so friendly. It's like, hey, where are you from? How are you? Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, Leo has come a long way. Yeah. Nice.
And I already knew that Alvin's gonna be my from
and with Krispy, the only thing I can remember is having a good lunch with you, have a good chat, and we talk about ninja and talk about like life, and it's like it's so real that two of us we enjoy ninja so much, but we do know that our ninja journey is like so that long, and we have to pace ourselves and like plan well to get to where we want to go.
Yeah, man. Like I reckon if we do it right, like we could be doing this until we're 60, man. Like it's one of those sports where we get the foundations and we continue to build on that. Like it doesn't need us to lift 100 and like 200 kilo deadlift left. It doesn't need that type of physicality. I think if we do it right, man, like we could be talking in like 30 years time, but like we all won't have hair, but we'll be damn good ninjas, bro.
Yeah. And we will still be competing in NCL and NNL.
Easily. And then we'll be showing all these little kids how it's done. We'll like use.
We'll be bringing our students to to different countries to compete and I see that happening.
Well, I'm hoping once lockdown lifts, I'm definitely keen to like check out the Asian OCR races. Like they seem really, really cool. I know I'm talking to Jackie about it as well. So once that all lockdown lifts, like we're planning to put together a Hong Kong team.
Wow,
which would be really exciting.
Yeah, because it's funny. The first time I met Jackie, he looked kind of intimidating as well in the Philippines at the first Asia OCR Championship. Yeah. So I was like, who's this guy? Is this another Asian guy that I see at the OCR Championship?
Yeah. He's such a nice guy, though. He is such a nice guy.
Then we officially met at in Vietnam, and he's such an amazing guy. Yeah.
Actually, guys, like I said I had my last question, but I have another last question. Who do you guys think is the greatest of all time in Ninja Warrior? let's end on that note. I want to hear from you guys. Who do you guys think is the GOAT?
Who wants to answer?
Okay, I asked this, and so I'll go first. I'm a big fan of Drew. Like I reckon that guy, like he's put in the work, and not only does he have talent, he's really used that talent and created who he is now. So that's my thought. Drew, FTW, like Drew is a GOAT.
As in this generation, this period, or forever? You know, like
In forever.
yeah. Okay.
That's my call.
Yeah. Well, I train with the Victorian Ninjas, and I know they're the best in the world. So I always put Ashlyn as my hero, bro. And you know what? He actually is, you know, the best because he's the nicest dude. You know, like on and off the course, he won. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if whatever happens to him on the show, he actually is my favorite still. You know, you sometimes only remember the people that win only, but I remember him and what he'd done. You know, he's taking those big moves, and he's the winner.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like I like the first time I met Ashlyn was at State versus State. I'm like, man, this guy is insane. But then like he would sit down, like, hey, so like, he would just, it's like this guy's about to set a world record.
He is,
and he's so super chilled. But so I definitely get that. Alvin, how about you? The man who's seen the world.
Yeah. So Drew is very possible to be the best ninja of all time. So my first encounter with him is back in 2014 at the Sasuke ASEAN Open champion, like not prominent, still new, still getting there to like Vegas. So he was really strong. He won all the all stages at the ASEAN Cup for the individuals and the team. But what caught my attention was like I had a brief conversation with him at a prize presentation ceremony. So I asked him like, what is your mentality in ninja, or like where do you want to go? So immediately he told me that he want to be a champion, a Sasuke champion, or Ninja Warrior champion. And he just casually said that for his personal philosophy is like he just want to be better than who he was yesterday.
Oh,
And that's all true. Yeah, it's all so simple, but yet very transcendental. It's it applies to everything we can hope for ourselves. Yeah, and look at him now. He's a Daddy Drew champion.
Yeah.
And, wow, gym owner, businessman, all good, all set.
Who knows, man? That might be one of us one day, man. Who knows?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, one day at a time, right?
In our own ways, slow and steady, injury free. Yes.
Touch wood. Yeah.
Yes.
And COVID free. If you're sick, stay home.
Yeah. So Krispy's all time Drew.
Yep, all time is Drew.
Yeah.
All time is Drew. Like just watching his journey is just ridiculous. How far he's come.
That's crazy. It's the only non-Japanese to ever beat the ultra crazy cliffhanger.
Oh wow! Wait,
Japan. Yeah.
Is it the one where it moves up and down?
Up and down, yeah. The one that
one's crazy, man.
Yeah, that
one's crazy.
Yeah, he's to me is the all time.
All right, boys. Oh, thank you for the chat.
All good, bro.
Nice catching up, guys.
Yeah, it's nice catching up with you guys. And hopefully we get to train together on one day again.
Yes.
Yeah, or compete like team major in Australian Ninja Warrior.
That's it.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah, I want to team up with Leonard and yeah, go against the best of the best in Australia.
Yes.
I want to see you guys, Leo and Krispy, on the show.
That's the plan. That's always the plan. All right, boys.
Thanks so much, Krispy, Alvin, Will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will.